So when we are chanting the names of gods in Japa, in Kirtan, what is the Vedic perspective on gods, and how are we trying to access it? Like, what is the experience that we're trying to access when we're chanting those particular aspects of?
There is only Vedic perspective, there is only God. That's all. There's only God. So how many of you have been to India? A lot of you. How many of you? How many of you are coming to India? And so when you come to India, especially in the Himalayas, when you come, you find altars everywhere. Under a tree. So all it takes to make a temple is put a rock there and put a flower. Then the other villager walks through there. Oh, and they also put a flower. And then the other one walks there. And then the third is oh, let me tie a thread. And they tie a thread. And before you know it, it becomes an ancient temple. And so why is that? It's because the whole thing is that there is only the sacred. Only the sacred. And so when we're speaking about Ishta is representing certain finer aspects. It's the finer than the finest expression of the absolute into the relative field of reality. Right? The absolute is sacred. Since the absolute is sacred, how can the relative that emerges from the absolute not be sacred? It's a strange idea otherwise. So if the absolute is sacred, so is the relative. Yes or no? How can the absolute give rise to a relative which is evil? No, the absolute is sacred, relative is sacred. So that includes each and every one of us. That's why when you say, Aham Brahmasmi, we did this morning, right? Aham Brahmasmi. That is true, I am that. Yes? And then in the Chandogya Upanishad, the Rishi says to his son, Tattvamasi, you are that. Right? So I am that, you are that, and so is everything else. And so when we are speaking about, we have to make a distinction between Kirtan. Kirtan is about devotion, cultivating a sense of, it's a heart experience, becoming available to the flow of love, getting ourselves in a certain state, a certain bhava, which is about receiving love. Yes, for love there is. We have all experienced that, yes or no? That you get sometime in a state and you say, thank you. Yes or no? Has it happened? Like you had let's say, a fight with someone and then something shifted in you. And then that same person, you said, thank you. How many of you have had that? Right? Because what happened was something shifted in you and you say, wow, this person was actually a conduit of love only. And so the bhakti movement was just designed to help activate the heart energy. And that's Kirtan. Then there is mantra, which is not to be chanted in that devotional setting. So there has to be somebody who is trained properly, knows this distinction, that there is the devotional chanting, which is about activating the heart, getting into that bhava of experiencing love. And that all different religions employed that technique. And it worked. Yes or no? Coming together and chanting. It helps our brain, it helps a sense of cohesion. But mantra is a specific technique. So there are distinct mantras which are formulas, sound formulas, which are designed to initiate certain responses from the system. Like when you have a thought is a certain algorithm, it's a sound formula. When you maintain a thought for a while, your physiology starts to change. Yes or no? Your biochemistry starts to change. So there are bija mantras, which are just designed to go into the deep state of silence. And then there are longer mantras, which are more of a sound formula. So when you're doing a japa, that is designed to initiate a certain response from the system, from the physiology, and from the physiology of the extended self, that is nature. So these are just sound medicine. If you look at C++ or Java, or, now everything is being quoted on Ethereum or the base AI languages. I mean, that's just sound. Isn't it? It's just sound. You're coding sound. You're coding a program. It's all sound. And that sound then initiates, there is a hardware which initiates a certain flow of current which makes the hardware behave in a certain manner. And that's what these specific sound formulas are, which we call mantras. And they are to be used in different ways in different places. If we think of mantra can be used only in one way, that just shows we do not fully understand. The mantra has to be used in different ways. Mantras which are designed to lead you to deep state of silence. And then mantras which are used as japa, which is designed to initiate a certain response within your physiology and the extended physiology of what we call the other. But there is no other. There is only the self. Yes? But we can, these both statements are true. There is no other, but there is also the other. If I only believe there is no other and start living like that all the time only, just based on a belief, then it doesn't work, does it? Because one of the secrets of a successful life is not to treat other people like you think you want to be treated, but rather treat them like the way they want to be treated. Yes or no? That's empathy. One of the biggest troubles in the world is when people wanted to go help other people, they tried to treat them the way they thought they wanted to be treated. Yes or no? So they gave them their understanding, okay, you do what we want. It doesn't work. So compassion in it requires empathy. And empathy requires for you to understand that, yes, there is only the self, but there is also the other. And as I understand myself, there is my solemn duty to also understand the other. Where are they at? What are their limitations? What are their pains and sufferings? Yes or no? And then come from that place of compassion. So for one to be true, the other doesn't have to be not true.